Hello everybody and welcome to another Star Wars review. Thanks to the team over at Robot Kingdom. Today we're taking a look at Star Wars The Black Series, Han Solo and Princess Leia Organa box set. This is set during The Empire Strikes Back, and it's their brief encounter in the frozen corridor. I love these box sets. They're aimed at ages 4+. I can't see many people forking out this sort of money to give to a 4-year-old, but huge fan of what Hasbro are doing with their Star Wars and their Marvel Legends at the moment with the face printing technology. They really have upped their game. We have a very nice looking box set with the sliding panels at either side. Coming around to the side here, we've got a brief description of what this set is based off of, quoting Han Solo from The Empire Strikes Back. Back of the box we have the Disney and the Hasbro logo, and side we've got a really nice kind of translucent etched image of Han and Leia having their little chat. And much like other Black Series offerings, the inner segment does slide out to form a diorama base, and on the side here we have the goggles, tools and weaponry, making sure there's no hidden hands in amongst all of this as well, because I missed my pointing finger on the Millennium Falcon diorama last time. But my Leia has started to come away as well. She just tabs in on the inside, but in my opinion this is one of the best sculpts they've done on Leia, and Han just looks as amazing as ever. And as lovely as this set is, it's a European exclusive for the conventions. I can't help but feel it's an exclusive just for the fact that they needed an exclusive. I love Empire Strikes Back. It's one of my favourite Star Wars films of all time, but this doesn't quite add up to me. This is his jacket that he wore outside, although there is some arguments as to whether it was brown or blue, but he never wore this getup when they had the chance encounter in the corridor. He was wearing his, I can't think what they're called, they're kind of like his posh clothes with his jacket, etc. But he never wore his fur-lined coat. And another odd decision is they didn't give us a pointing hand. This would have been the prime example to give us the pointing finger, but they didn't. Each to their own, I guess. They gave us Han's pistol that we've seen before. Leia gets her torch there, and she also gets a rifle as well. And let's take a look at Leia first. That is a gorgeous face sculpt on there. I believe these are getting an individual release. It would be silly for Hasbro not to give them as an individual release, but that box set is nice. The box itself is pretty picturesque. I just don't think it's really that much of an iconic scene. Love how pastel-y her face is, and especially from that side view. That is Carrie Fisher down to a T. What a remarkable improvement Hasbro make now on this ability to place the faces on their characters. We have her medals on her jacket there. Little attention to detail. I do have a pink smudge on side of her uniform. I'm not sure if I'm meant to. I don't recall there being a pink smudge in the movie. I could be wrong. There may well have been. Fantastic, those eyes there, how the light catches them. Wonderful. Let's take a look at her weapon. Pretty much what we would come to expect. I can't help but feel that they don't give us the weapons to the same kind of level as they do with the rest of the characters. They feel rushed and kind of mass-produced, whereas the individual characters themselves don't. I mean, they'll release this gun and they'll expect 3 or 4 different people to use it. And the likes of Leia, she has little tiny fingers and hers don't quite reach the trigger. And if you try and stretch them, it then cracks the paint slightly over the hands, but love the texture on her overalls. Really, really does give me that kind of retro vibe. Articulation wise, the head can look left and right, we can go up and down, although her upwards motion is highly impaired by her hair bobble. The shoulders can come out, go all the way around. That's a nice soft ratchet on there. There's a bend on the elbow as well as a rotation. We have rotation and pivot on those wrists. There is a ball mounted socket on that waist so she can gyrate around like so. Legs can come forwards, backwards, out to the side, upper thigh rotation, not one but two bends on the knee. Not the ugliest of knee joints there. No upper boot cut, but we do have up and down and a nice pivot on those ankles. Now I do have to apologise if I sound dog rough. I've just got over a cold, then I got flu, and then I was on the back end of getting over the flu, and now I've got sick again. The joys of having children at school, they bring home everything, and my immune system is now shot to bits. Now, Han Solo, he has his fur lined jacket. It's a good likeness of Harrison Ford, but not the best. I think the Falcon set did it slightly better. I think the paint was slightly nicer. I will include a little link up there if you want to check that one out. But love the jacket, whether it should be blue or brown. I would have liked an actual functioning hood as opposed to just a fur line. I was kind of hoping it was a fold-up hood, but it's not, unfortunately. We've seen his gun several times. Now, he does come with goggles. The goggles really don't fit him. I'm not sure whether they're designed for Leia to hold. Obviously, he wears goggles when he's riding on his Tauntaun, but they really don't go up and around his head. It just doesn't look very natural at all. You can kind of stretch them over, but I don't think they're really designed to go on him. I've kind of had him posed with them just in his hands, so he's kind of holding them like so. And he has a hand with a trigger finger for his pistol as well. There we go. That is perfectly sculpted. He does look exceptionally well done. Love this kind of flexible plastic they've used for the base of the jacket. It's almost rubbery. Then we can gain access to his trousers or pants, and you get full range of motion there, whereas the top of the jacket is all sculpted on. But it works. What they've done works. Loving the detail. Nice bend on that knee. Slightly more unsightly than what we got with Leia, just because of the thickness of those legs. There's an upper thigh cut. Again, I would have liked to cut above the boot. We get the ankle rockers, we get forwards and backwards. Forward motion on the legs, backwards motion on the legs out to the side. Torso, again, like Leia's, is ball mounted on the waist. The head can look down and up. Love the fact he's even got a little Adam's apple under there, and shoulders can go all the way around, come out to the side on a ratchet, bend on the elbow and a rotation on the elbow. And unlike Leia, Han has the wrist rotation cut in at the actual wrist joint and not the hand itself. So we have a rotation here and we have a rotation on that elbow. But in my opinion, that's a nice looking Han Solo. I'm still confused as to why this was the outfit they chose to include in the box set. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen, the Hoth scene between Leia and Han. Not the strongest of box sets. Definitely one of the nicest looking from the exterior, but I just don't think there's enough involved there to warrant the price. Not when these two will be available as individuals. But if you're a box set collector and you do like your dioramas, etc., then yeah, sure, this could be a nice purchase. But personally, I may well be selling this or forwarding it on and getting packs as and when they're released. Then I can mix and match, give Han a pointing finger and the correct outfit and attire. They do look remarkably good on display, especially Leia. I'm really happy with how she's come out, and just very happy in general with what Hasbro are doing with their Black Series. Hope you found this video useful. If you would like to purchase this set, I have included a link in the description below which takes you through to the Robot Kingdom ordering page. And until next time, from myself, Han and Leia, bye.